Hello, sorry. I was doing a mock start to see what I wanted to do. Hello, guys. It's Tamika from Goddess on Fire Tarot, 128. Hope everyone is doing well. We're going to do the bag question. Remember the other day we had 2 that came out? So we're going to do the second one. And what makes you attractive. And we're going to use this character oracle, excuse me, to get an idea of who you are. And then we're going to use some other cards to find out what it is that makes you attractive to others. I'm watching a film recaps. I've seen this one before, but I just put it on. But it says 7 friends play a deadly game, unaware the game can predict how they will die. It's I think it's definitely about tarot cards and someone using someone else's tarot cards to sit there on the, oh, Traveler came back out. Alright, so Madman at the bottom. Interesting. So we have Singer, Resonance, Moving Hearts, Harmony, Emotion, Performance. We have Mother. I'm just going to say the titles. Singer, Mother, Security Guard, Traveler, Farmer, Aesthetic, right? Let me, I'm not going to look it up. Seeker of self-restraint, abstinence, purification, and discipline. Okay. So you can be one of these, a singer, mother, security guard, traveler, farmer, aesthetic, a madman. But if that's not the case, like, of course it's going to case. You're going to be one of these. But I think this, so we're going to just talk. Singer, moving hearts. You could be a really great singer. You could also be someone who speaks through their emotions. The way you deliver your words, they come across in such a way that the person that you are speaking with, they feel what it is you're trying to get across. You have a way of mesmerizing people whenever, if you're a performer, whenever you perform, whenever you talk, it's like you captivate people. It makes me personally think of like Chris Brown. When I see him dance, it is very mesmerizing for me. As a matter of fact, this reminds me of like something he would do in terms of a performance. The way he moves, and it's like his body is speaking. So I feel that's the energy that you exude to people. You're very nurturing, selfless. You'd give someone the shirt off your back if they needed it. You are someone who, if you have a coworker who you know is having some type of financial difficulties, you'd be the person to bring them in lunch, some leftovers, or you'll cook extra with your meal to bring in for them because you know that they'll skip on eating to be able to, make sure all their other responsibilities are done. You are a source of, it says source of life on the card, but it's like a homey feeling. When you show care and concern for someone, it feels like the nurturing womb, like of a mother protecting her baby, her cub. You have this patience about you that allows people to be able to express themselves in a way that they are completely open. They don't hide themselves from you. With security guard, patrol keeper, watchman, service provider, you it's like you so que Dios no fiesta. I don't want to say you root for, but you definitely like to protect the underdog. Those people who um some might toss to the side or think low of or speak lowly of. Say if like you would be that type of person that you would treat the CEO of the company the same way you would treat the janitor of the company. You might not, depending on how cool the CEO is, you might not even mess with him because you give me the energy of someone who is very down to earth, very open. And in that energy, I don't think you you don't entertain fakeness or you don't entertain pompousness. Oh my eye. Oh shit. Why does it hurt like that? Oh. I hear a fire truck outside too. I don't know if you can hear it. That is outside my house, right? Yeah. It's like 12:17, August 8th, a.m. Interesting. You could be good in emergencies too. People feel like you're a watchman. So you're the type of person, because you're so nurturing, very passionate and compassionate. You would probably, like, people wouldn't even necessarily have to ask for your help because of this motherly energy you have. You are automatically in tuned with what it is someone needs. And I don't think this is just like directly with the people that you're closest with. I think this is just in general, especially with Traveler, being around different types of people. With this madman at the bottom, embracer of madness, frenzy, chaos, unruly possession, you're able to integrate in different situations and do so, like, you perform well in chaos. So Traveler, seeker of horizons, adventurer, experience, long journey. That gives me very much Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy. Jupiter talks about expansion. It talks about travel and luck. It also talks about like spiritual. It's about information gaining, broader views, broader like learning about different cultures, maybe even traveling to different cultures, seeing and experiencing different things that you are now able to express through your words, through maybe you write music, or maybe, like I said, you sing, or you're in a field or a position where your words are powerful. So you're able again to speak about these travels, to speak about all your different experiences. This bag that this person is carrying is full of different stories, different advice for people, different things that you've picked up. You seem as if you would be the type of person that would be able to talk with someone and unknowingly unpacking something that they need, giving them something that is essential for this part of their journey. Cultivation, harvesting land. You could be someone who is a grower. Maybe you do something in terms of agriculture, or maybe you just have a garden, but you are a grower. Under the mother energy, you plant the seeds and you help nurture them. So you would be someone who is a really good friend. You make sure, like I said, with the coworker, you will be good. You are good with helping other people see their potential and helping them to see their own luck, their own. You broaden their horizons. Broaden their horizons. You put them in the hangman energy where they're able to see something from a different perspective and then allow it to blossom. Aesthetic. Seeker of self-restraint, abstinence, purification, and discipline. I want to say that I want to understand what the word aesthetic means. If I'm even saying it right. If you don't mind. Isn't that a song? I don't mind if you don't mind. ASCET. Yep. Return. Characterized by or suggesting the practice of severe self-discipline and abstinence from all forms of indulgence, typically for religious reasons, or like for Lent, giving stuff up for Lent, willing to sacrifice. You're willing to sacrifice for things that are important to you. You're also willing to sacrifice for a goal or something that's important to you. Could be something personally important to you. It could be helping others that is important to you. Purification is... So I'm going to... This is what's coming to me, so I'm just going to say it. Like, I feel as if, for my own energy, that I am like a selenite stone or clear quartz. More clear quartz, but those two are very much one of my favorite stones. They're on the top of the list. And I feel like my energy purifies whatever it is. So if I'm purified in a way where I'm transmuting the negative energy and I'm taking it and making it positive, I'm alchemizing the energy. So I cleanse stuff and there's just certain things that I do because I like to work smarter and not harder. I don't like to have to do, in the beginning, my crystals, for instance. I have a lot of crystals. So on on full moons, I will want to take them all out and have them cleansed. I will also want to do that with my decks, just because I wanted the energy of the moon. Not that I cannot do it myself, but it's just like a reset, a fresh reset. So it was a lot of work taking all my shit out to the balcony and setting it out, and then having to remember to bring it back in. And then I wanted to do moon water. So I found an easier way for myself where it's very low maintenance. So I feel as if I can transmute my own energy. I can purify my own energy. So that's what it gives me. You live in this chaos, but you work so well in it. You know how to maneuver around in it because you know how to purify your own energy. You know how to discipline. You know how to work with your shadow energies because you understand who you are. An example, I smoke and I'm trying to find discipline in that because I have an addictive personality. And if I like it, I want it. And I want it all the time. So I'm very selective with the things that I do because I don't want to, I'm not trying to live there. So I smoke Black and Milds. I'll go to the store. Now, I used to buy boxes, but if it's here, it gets smoked. Now, I don't really necessarily like Black and Milds, but I have an oral fixation and I enjoy the habit of smoking. So if it's here, I'll smoke it. So I have to force myself every day. If I want to smoke, I have to get up and go and buy one or buy two. It used to be two or three. And right now we're working ourselves down to one because I'm trying to condition myself to eventually stop. But disciplined. You have that discipline within you that you understand your shadow side and you understand that there's certain things that you have to do to work with it in order to remain balanced, remain in the flow. So yes, so that's who you are. I think I might have said some things about why people love you. Just or why they find you attractive. All right, so I think it is your loving nature that attracts people to you. Your compassion, your empathy, your ability to justice with the security guard, justice, protecting, serving. You are a protector. Oh, I didn't even give physical attributes, but I don't think it's necessarily physical. Energy speaks so much louder than your physical attributes. Just sit there lucky. We can also look at, let's listen to a little Mary. So you could be an Aries, or people find, or Emperor. You could be a masculine energy, but I feel as if people are attracted to your drive, to your boss bitch or boss daddy. Is that what they call it these days? Boss daddy energy. Your ability to lead. People see you as a leader and they find that to be very attractive. I am the sun energy, 5th house, house of pleasure. You are a natural leader. You are someone who can be very serious, very disciplined, as we saw with the aesthetic energy, but also someone who's very down to earth, who likes to have fun. This Leo energy is someone who is charismatic, someone who can draw a crowd and just being themselves and enjoying the moment. Like I can see someone in the crowd at some type of rave, dancing around and jumping up and down with their friends, like, yeah, jumping and having a good time to the music. And then the next day you're at your job where you are like this big time manager or some shit. People find your duality attractive. The polarities between like being so serious and so stoic and being able to get the job done, but still being able to enjoy yourself and enjoy life. Oh. We have Libra. We spoke about justice with the security guard energy. You have this charm about you, this beauty. I feel as if your energy, or the reason that people are attracted to you is very much energetic. Not that you don't have a physical beauty, because with Venus out here, Venus talks about aesthetics and how, you put yourself together, how people see or view you. When I think of Venus, I think about someone who could walk into the room and people could look at you and just possibly fall in love. But I think people find attractive about you is your ability to stand up for yourself or stand up for others. Third party, three, it makes me think of, you know, taking up for the underdog. When you see someone in a situation that may affect them in a negative way or that may pose to cause them some type of harm, you are that one that steps in to bring this justice with this Emperor energy, kind of like laying down that firm hand, like, oh no, this is not what's gonna happen. This is not what's going down. What relationship matters? You bring justice to relationships. People find that attractive about you. You could also be in a situation where you've had to take yourself out of third-party situations where there were things that threatened the progression of a relationship or the progression of something that you were working on. Say if you're working on a school project and you have friends that want to call you and say, come on, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that. Like, you know how to say no. I'm not going to do that because I need to handle this first. Yeah, I like to have fun and I like to go out, but I also have priorities. And I also am in the energy of self-discipline. This butterfly effect, it makes me feel like the little things that you say, the little things that you do, you don't realize how much they trickle down into other people's lives, how much it helps them. And people find that very attractive. Just you being yourself helps other people. So your sun sign could be Libra or it could be Aries. I'm gonna get Dark Night of the Soul. Yeah, you help people. This with the butterfly effect. You may even help people recognize things in themselves in terms of how they maneuver in relationships and how that affects their own growth. I think that also you might even shine a light on some people in terms of, say you have a friend who, you know, likes to step out or do things underhanded, let's say just, not just, but say they cheat on their significant other. You bring this energy around where I'm not judging you, but you're not going to use me as your alibi. And just in you doing that kind of has people second guessing their own actions. Like, maybe this is not even something I should be doing. Maybe there's a reason. Like, you just look at them, now, why are you cheating? If you don't want to be with this person, why not break up with them? Like, you get people to thinking, and people find that very attractive because it almost feels as if you're like a rare gem. Something or someone that people typically don't find that often. Inner child. Yeah, with the ego here, you like to have fun. You like to enjoy yourself. You are someone who could be very spontaneous. And you like to do things that people typically wouldn't like to do or wouldn't even think to do. You know how they'll say, well, you know, you're in your 30s or you're in your 40s. You're not supposed to do that. I saw this one video of these two older guys. They had to be in like 60s, 70s, maybe even 80s, but they looked really good. and they were racing each other. What would people tell you? Oh, sit down before you fall and hurt yourself. No, you bring life to situations, the source of life. You bring life to people. You allow people to, I knew this was going to come out. I saw it earlier. You allow people to express their own inner happiness, their own inner child. And even like in relationships with the butterfly effect. Butterfly effect, this inner child is like the sun energy, which is Leo. I am your identity, your ego, your expression of self into your relationships. Evil eye and energy vampire. I gotta believe. You gotta believe in me. Evil eye in relationship matters. With the evil eye in this green color with relationship matters, it's just what I said in terms of with the inner child. You get people thinking about their own low vibrational energies. You get people, and I think this part of it, people probably wouldn't tell you that they find this attractive. But it's like you hold up a mirror to someone, and not in a negative way, not in a judgy or a blamey way, but it's like one of those people who, when you're telling, someone is telling you a story, and they're telling you about all this shit. Yeah, and then I was like, fuck you, I don't want to deal with you anymore. And then I was like, you know what, whatever. And then I called you back, and they're telling you this whole story, and you're thinking to yourself, all right, if I just say what I think, this person is not going to get it. Let me just ask them a few questions. So tell me what happened again? Okay. So you said that you told him F you and not to call you again, and then you called him back and asked him to come over? Like, why would you do that when you just said that you wanted the opposite thing? Well, I thought that maybe we could talk and he could come get his stuff. And then you're like, well, I've known you for a long time, and that's typically your go-to when you're trying to get some, some stuff, some sex. So you're gonna, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you ask questions so that people could understand their own errors, so that it's not like you're pointing them out, but as they're answering the questions, they're listening to themselves talk, and they're like, all right, this shit doesn't make sense. I need to change the hangman. I need to change my perspective. I need to see this thing in a different sight, like a different type of view. Maybe you open people's evil eye, because evil eye is typically directed towards someone else. But this evil eye could be directed towards their own self. This energy vampire with the butterfly effect, with the Libra energy and the Aries energy in this blue color. Libra talks about justice, talks about fairness. Aries talks about acting. What is fair about my actions? What now with this butterfly effect what am I inviting into my life? With this evil eye. Evil eyes, or even dark magic, is just as simple as you speaking with a lot of intention. If you speak with a great deal of emotion and you mean the shit that you say, you can make things happen. People are attracted to the way that I never want to live without you. You might have people feeling that way about you too. I'm trying to get my ex back after 10 years. She's the only woman I've ever loved outside of my family. Wish me luck. That was 816 comments 6 years ago. 3.2 million views. You are attractive because you are like that person that people miss once you're gone. I think that a lot of people, this energy vampire and this evil eye could also be that, like, once you are no longer in someone's life, it's almost as if they find you like 10 times more attractive. And if you've been in situations where there was a third party and you found yourself having to exit left with this dark night of the soul, going through this great deal of depression, you got out of this because you were able to take, it was like that one small step you took into this whole butterfly effect that changed things for you and allowed you to get into this emperor energy of taking a stand for yourself. People, once you're no longer in their life and their aura and their existence, they are angry with you, so they send you this evil eye. You may attract people also who are energy vampires. Butterfly effect. When you then start to act differently, it's like, wait, why are you trying to be fair to yourself now? That's not fair to me. You being fair to yourself is not fair to me. Help people out of traumas, out of feeling hopeless. I never want to live without you. People in relationships that have had relationships with you, with the I love relationship matters, like, you are a good time. You are someone who's very fun to be around. Someone who is responsible and who can be counted on. But sorry. But you're also someone who is just a pleasure to be around. That's what makes you attractive. We're going to get some letters here. Mercury, I think. House of details and routine. Why couldn't I get that out? That's Virgo. Also could be Gemini energy. So you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Gemini. Or, again, I think House of details and routines is communication. How you communicate, the way you think is attractive. The positivity that you exude is attractive. And in everything that you do, House of details and routine, you are someone who pays attention to the small details. You are, like I said, your coworker doesn't have lunch. This is probably not something that they broadcast around the office, but you know. So you do those little things that are helpful to people, that are practical with this earth energy. You might even be someone who would like leave little notes in your kid's lunch or in your spouse's lunch, or leave a nice little note for your coworker because you know that person is having a bad day. Or the lady or the man that you speak to in the grocery store in the mornings when you go, you always make sure to check in on them because you know they had some difficulties in their past. You're just a really good individual, and people find that to be very attractive. This angel is always falling. And you know what I realized? All 6 of the angels are in the same area, but the clear quartz angel is the one that's by itself. And I don't even know why I put it by itself. It's like over here in the cut. which is ironic because I went back and wrote down the list for the angels so that I could do the separate readings for them. And the clear quartz angel is the one that has that come to Jesus moment of realization and moving away from the devil. So I was like, moving away from the devil, and it's by itself. So that was kind of, you know, cryptic. Someone is getting out of Dodge, leaving a group of people who, and I'm sorry that this is coming up and why you're so attractive or what makes you attractive. It's probably necessary for you to know. Clear quartz can be significant. That's the second time I mentioned it. And clear quartz is an all-over healer. I love clear quartz. We have the letter L, the letter D, LD. Could be initials. LD light. Something about grief. The letter W. You could work in law enforcement, or you're just a very grounded individual. Very earthy, very organic. Very organic. You can see that, right? Yeah. So this grief is next to this D and this W. This person, this attractive, what makes you attractive, talking about this person, you could have went through a lot of grief. People could have seen you go through grief. And you finding peace is what makes you attractive. The healing that you did from that, the LD light, people were able, the LD light, the light was shown on you. People were able to see your transformation from this to this. That makes you attractive. Mary's Joint, I like this song. I loved you so, I can't let go. I know it's real, the pain. You know it's real, the pain I feel. Tried to wait on you, my dear. My love sincere. You promised that you never would cheat or lie. Lie to me, lie to me. Lie to me, don't lie to me, babe. Someone promised you something. Yeah, someone, like, they're, look, I can't. Transformation at the bottom. Transformation in miracles, repairs DNA. People saw you transform from this grief to peace. This is, grief is 75, the frequency. Peace is 600. You did a lot of healing. And this is 528. 528 plus the 775 is like 603. Is it 603 or 602? 603. 603. 603 might be significant, or number 9, 36, 63. But people are finding your transformation very attractive. And look, this is almost a whole without the H. They've seen you become whole again. The letter K is significant. Swole. Some people could be swole now. Maybe your physical being is very attractive to people. Baby, you know, I want to stay forever and a day. You could have been in a situation where it's very toxic. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Number 5. The letter D again. Something about old, your old ways. Or O-L-E, old. We have the letter M. You can have a mole on your face. Moldo. Something about pineapples. Maybe you enjoy eating pineapples. We have April and the letter F. It's the letter M. DM. Something about a divine masculine. You could have a divine masculine in your life. So I, instead of calling like the divine masculine and divine feminine, especially like the emperor, empress energies, there are times in everyone's existence here that we go through a little something. And we all go through karmic lessons. So I don't want to call people karmic, although there are people who just do karmic shit all the time, and it just seems like that might be fitting. But with the emperor and the empress energy, I like to think that they were in distorted energy. So we have the DDM, distorted divine masculine. We could have also had a distorted divine feminine. I see DSW, something about shoes, walking out of my life. It also made me think that old saying, never buy anyone shoes because they'll walk out of your life. I mean, I don't believe that because I've bought shoes for my husband and he's still here. Someone is seeing some type of fear, or they saw you in fear. Third eye chakra is being able to see beyond the veil. Someone has seen your fear. I don't know. 5D, love, this dimension of love, desire. Someone saw something. Third eye, you see him beyond the veil, and they see someone's fear, and you see their desire. You could see, maybe with your third eye, you can see people's fears and their desires. You could have saw the fears and the desires of this person that you were dealing with, this distorted divine masculine. Someone with maybe old ways of thinking, old ways of being. Someone who's in a very much of a me mindset. What I desire, what I want. Led. This could be someone who's led astray or led a harem. Or maybe someone, like I said, they see you as a leader. Someone that they might want to be led by. The reason. What's the reason? With the DM. And the reason I think of Cardi B, she said that in Love and Hip Hop, she's a Libra. Libra, we talked about justice with the I love and the Venus energy. This DM here, it was like, what's the reason? What was the reason? The reason was desire and fear. From the fifth dimension, this person was afraid of love. They desired love, but they were fearful of love. All right, that's all we're going to take, because there are a lot of those. Root chakra. There's a lot of these emotions out here. So you could invoke a lot of emotions out of people, which they find attractive, although they might not want to say it, because with the fear and the desire, it's like you invoke feelings that people don't necessarily want to approach, or they don't want to acknowledge. Now, this is a lot. So we have 285, what influences energy fields. We have the number 4 next to April. So April 4th could be significant. Or F4, 4A. I said 4A. 4F or F4. F4, F150? I don't know. Turns grief into joy. Turns grief into peace. Damn. We have anger. If this has something to do, if this has to do with your past and what people have seen you go through, you've gone through a lot. You've, like, with that, it said the DNA repair, like, you've transformed a lot. Anger, fear, desire, reason, grief, to get to pain. You know how dope that is? The letter H, the letter U, the letter J. Just sit down the fiesta. The number 3. The letter V. Just sit down the fee. Libra and Pisces. So we have W. Lou. I see Lew, but it could be Lou. Lou. The reason with the number 3. This person could have cheated with 3 people. This, I don't know why we're talking about. I guess it's important to find out why you are so attractive, because with this root chakra, also Leo could be significant, and Virgo, and Taurus. It's something about shame. And I just said that it could be 3 people, and we get 3 signs: Taurus, Virgo, and Leo. But with this root chakra, this is you making changes from the foundation. The fire we make. This could have been a very sexually charged. The energy that you're coming from, that you've moved away from, was very sexually charged. This energy that you're leaving out of, very toxic. All these emotions are almost all together. Like they were all experienced all the time. Fear, desire, reason, anger. Fear, desire, reason, anger. Fear, desire, reason, anger. Where's the joy? Where's the love? Love is not out here at all. The 5D, yes. The 5D. But this person didn't ground this energy into their reality. Unless, I'm sorry, they did ground this love energy into their reality through sex. Not through a divine connection. Not through, I want to do right by it. Like, you were dogged the fuck out. Sorry. I say that because I identify with this energy. And seeing it in my face. You know how sometimes, especially with Pisces, we can romanticize situations. And although I know, in terms of me, in my past, I know there was love, but there was a lot of other shit that put that at a very minuscule place in terms of the whole picture. But there's no actual words. There's no I love. There's no love. There's no What other? We did see the Libra come out. It's just, I don't know. Willingness is not out here. What else do we have? I said the love one. Is this love here? Look, love is here towards the back. Turned over. You can't even see it. You can see shame though. But this love right here, you gotta flip that over to find it. Somebody they didn't work hard enough to give you what you desired, what you needed, what you deserved. The type of person that you turned into from this, you, my friend, did I said this once in a video, and I know you're supposed to say you did a complete 180, but I don't think it is that you did a 180. I think it is you did a 360. And I know 360 takes you back to the beginning, but it takes you back to you, to the beginning, to the inner child. It takes you back to you. Back to where you needed to start from, and that was within yourself, to love yourself. To bring this 5D to your reality. Not this reality, but your own reality. The new reality that you have made. And that's why you're so attractive to people. People see you as a miracle. How did you do that? How did you do that? Through the fear, through the anger, through the grief, through the shame. There was shame that came with I did a reading a few weeks ago, and I said something in that reading in terms of something that I went through with my ex, and I felt embarrassed by saying it, and I put the video out, and then I took it back. I was like, I'm going to keep this on private. So then I'm talking to myself, and I'm like, dude, if you can't be vulnerable and open, what are we doing here? It's not a lie. It's something that I went through and something I had to learn from. But I had to put it out there. And then in talking to my husband about it, and he would probably be one of the people who might be affected by that information the most, he was like, why wouldn't you put it out there? Like, that's a part of your story. It's a part of your history. I love that man. But, yeah. So we have Heather Headley in my mind. In my mind, I'll always be his lady. In my mind, I'll always be his girl. People could have seen you in that energy. And to see you now in a different space in your life, it's just like, it's awesome to see. It's inspiring to see. You inspire people, and that's beautiful. 43, 45, 54, 34. Maryland, Delaware, Virginia could be significant. LS, isn't that like a college or something? LST. Isn't that a drug? LSD. Okay. Pineapple. Something about pineapple. Maybe, I don't know why I'm thinking pineapple and smoking, or pineapple and doing something with pineapple. Maybe with drinks. Someone might be drinking a lot with the dole next to this grief, next to desire and fear. MP3 just came to me. I think it was because of this. So MP3 may be significant. Like this whole corner here is speaking to me. A mole. Someone was a mole. This going into a whole other thing. You could have had a friend who was a mole, or someone who was sent in to spy, or I don't know. Swole. Couldn't swole be you got big, like promise swole, or swole like someone is upset about something swole? You have people upset about their transformation as well. Look again. It went from we to me. Not the big three. Oh, look. Not the big three, just the big me. Oh, shit. The big three. We had third-party situation in the middle of the reading of these cards here, the little brown ones. People saw you go through a lot of shit with a third-party situation, and now they see the big me. You in your Kendrick Lamar era. And look, D is out here for Drake. Is there a K for Kendrick and Drake? KD. If we had, oh, it's not out here. I was gonna say 69 God. Just to get the no fiesta. And there's no OVO out here either. Just a O. Yeah, I don't know if I see anything else. Something about it. DJ, again, MJ. This is Michael Jackson. Mark. Marlon. Michael, Mike. Mickey. Michelle. Maureen. Marlene? Almost said it. What else do we have? Oh, someone could be on the DL. This DM could be on the DL. Desire. This person has a desire that they're fearful of that may also make them angry. Maybe angry with themselves for feeling the way they do, which is crazy because no one should feel ashamed or feel shame or anger or fear about natural feelings that they have. Something about somebody being woke. Someone could be awoke, meaning now I'm awakened to this realization. I'm awoke now to what it is I want. This reminds me of would. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Woulda, shoulda. And we don't have a C. But Mary J. Blige, 7 days. After all the things that we've been through, now what are we gonna do? Monday, a friend of mine. Tuesday, you played a game. Wednesday, you went away. Thursday, no call. We weren't the same. On Friday, you came back. I wanted you to kiss you. On Saturday and Sunday, we made love. It's like a vicious circle. You were involved in a situation that was a vicious circle. And it's like from any given day, it could have been different. It could have been, I don't know. Just seems very toxic. Very emotional. Very like that energy of living in a house and not knowing what the energy will be when you walk in. That's how your day-to-day life was. An emotional roller coaster. Vivian Green. Emotional roller coaster. Vivian Green, and look at all the green out here. You stayed on an emotional roller coaster. And I think this energy of peace that you have found, that people have seen that you have found, it's like the best feeling in the world for you. Okay, I'm going to, I think I'm gonna go now. I'm sure there are like 100 different words that I haven't seen. I just, I wish they were like on little peggy things and then you could move them around. Because if I start moving this around, I like putting them the way they are because then things kind of like, they work together, you know what I mean? So yeah, we are about to go. And thank you for listening. Thought this was going to be a shorter video, but I think with these letters, it always takes it a little, it makes it longer. My brain is still scanning this board to see if I can see any words. OD. Oh. OD. Someone could OD on love. Delusional almost. You're in love with the idea of love and not necessarily the whole relationship. You ain't got no relationship. It's a very personal thing, but it's so funny to me. It sticks with me. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you for being such wonderful, beautiful people. You are so appreciated. Oh, what is that? You are appreciated. That's Tupac. All right, babies. Have a good one. Love you.